Alright folks, here it is, the Rabbit Magnum Power, a copper coated version of the Rabbit Magnum 2. It's a little heavier because of the copper coating, and also meant for PCP air guns. I will not be using my 2240 for this one because I'm not confident that my 2240 can actually push it out the barrel with what this is. This is a copper coated cylindrical pellet, very heavy, so I'm not confident it has the power to push it out of the barrel, so I won't be using it out of the 2240. I will be using it out of the Beeman dual caliber, which is, I'm going to be using 22 obviously, series 2016 brake barrel. Even though it says PCP only, I believe that brake barrel has the power needed to push it out. I'll be using both these pellets, and it's pretty much a kind of a touch-up on my ricochet video, as well as an unboxing and test of this pellet right here. Now, two of my viewers had a very good made very good points on that ricochet video. As Face Jr. said, hey, you should use a cylindrical pellet, copper coated, the Rabbit Magnum Power, he suggested, for the ricochet videos to mimic an actual slug, actual handgun slug. And James Helms, who suggested both of these pellets right here, and what's it called? James, thanks for suggesting this one right here. I haven't tested this one out yet, but this one came out great, the Rabbit Magnum 2. He suggested these, and he also said that I should play around with the angles. The angle I was using was a very shallow, well, not shallow, very deep angle. So a lot of the energy was expended when it hit that target. And so he said that if I pretty much pull a 180 on that angle and just make it almost parallel to the ballistics gel, that the should ricochet and hit the ballistics gel pretty spot on. So I'm going to play around with the angles. I almost have it facing the ballistics gel, and I'm going to be shooting that plate, and hopefully it'll skip off of that and go into the ballistics gel. I'm going to do one shot of this one straight into the ballistics gel and this one to see how far they both go, and then I'm going to switch it over and do pretty much right after the ricochets to see how they work. I'm only going to do one of each and see how they works. Alright, stay tuned. And that zipped straight through with quite a bit of significant damage done to the gel there. So that one definitely carries more energy than any other pellet I've shot out of there. All right, let's try the next one. Okay, here is the slug. It zipped straight through the gel. It actually curved. You see, it curved through the gel, exited, left a lot of damage. That damage, that feathering went almost straight through. Bounced off the back and landed right near me. So, very good power out of this one as well. Thus far, these two slugs have gone straight to the gel and had a lot of energy to carry afterwards. Now, let's do some shots right there. And I'm gonna put the board, this board, right here to see if it hit. And I'm putting this can right here to see if it where it's hitting. See where it skid and it just kind of rode the wall, so broke right through there, and I think it's somewhere back there. I don't know where it's at, but it's not in the gel. You can tell it's hitting the back wood here, and it's breaking through that board. Okay. Now, a little extra security. I'm putting this right behind the board. Those are some serious slugs right there. Alright, I think if I just do that right there, maybe it'll work. Let's see. Sounds like it went in the gel. You see, it still rode the wall. It flattened out, came like a disc. I'll pull it out later. But I'm gonna do the copper slug as well now, copper coater. Yep, they're both in there. Both identical. Now I know there is an angle I can hit it at that will give me the proper damage. So I'm gonna move this around. I'll try it one more time right here at this sharper angle. Like this. Turning this guy around. Seeing if I'm gonna shoot both and see if I can get that properly. Whoa! There it is. There's that penetration we've been looking for. Let's see if I can find that slug. Well, I guess it's the point, huh? To see if it could be deadly enough to cause, if it could be strong enough to cause lethal injury. There it is. Found the slug. That's not it. Might be it. Not sure. Too many of them around here. This one looks polished, didn't you? Nope, not it either. Well, we didn't capture it. But there is one right there. One complete pass-through that retained a ton of energy. So there is a difference in the way I was testing. Right here, this one rode along the wall. Only got about an inch penetration like before. Over here, it got so much more penetration, it's ridiculous. But you can tell from the entry wound, the entry channel right there, that it was somewhat flattened out. See, it's sliced in. It didn't poke through like a regular slug. It sliced in and shredded right through there. So it's still flattened out quite a bit. But that was a solid lead slug. I'm gonna put this back over there, and I'm gonna try the copper coated. So yeah, it zipped straight through as well. As you can see, I think I've actually found it. Here it is. Sorry, this one of these are all copper coated pellets right here. They're all heavy slugs. Some good weight retention there. So let's take a look at it. So there it is, as you can see. That was the first entry wound right there. Here was the second right there, and it had a pretty much same distance to travel. Had similar entry point right next to the other one. Both of them had that kind of cutting entry. It wasn't a little smaller for the copper coated because it didn't deform as much. As you can see, both of them sliced straight through, out the other end, and it was one of these bad boys that was the culprit. It wasn't this one because it wasn't that kind of penetration. I don't think it was that one. It doesn't have that damage to it. So it's like the one I shot at first. It was one of these guys. Not that one, it's too light. It's one of these three right here. Since I've only shot about 3 of these, and one of them was captured in the gel. one of these bad boys. And I have a good feeling because of the angle, it was this one, the one with the less deformation. So it ricocheted, bounced off, made its entry right there, zipped straight through, causing a ton of damage, and just mauling so much along the way. This feels fresh right here. This feels like this would be it. Like it just zipped in there. So it might be that one. I don't know. I don't think it was. It's too deformed. But if I just dig in, there's a big difference right there. As you can see, there's quite a difference in like damage and deformation between these guys. So there it is. And so revisiting that ballistics gel test with when it comes to ricochets. A ricochet can cause deadly damage if done properly. Now, as many times as I try shooting that thing to cause proper ricochet, it's very unlikely that you will die from a ricochet. If you're standing like right next to a wall when it hits, you can retain more damage if you get hit by a ricochet. If you're standing like right next to like you saw the angle. There's the wall. Here's you along the wall. It comes at an angle, hits, gets you. That's the most likely scenario. It hitting a wall and bouncing right back at you, highly unlikely, unless you're shooting steel with steel. And even then, it's still, have to be pretty. The math would have to be, done very properly for that to happen. I don't see it happening very often. Like I said, if you set up the angle, and you saw I did 2 shots in a row with that angle, and they both penetrated straight through. I guess if you set up the right angle, you can get that penetration you need. You can get that damage you need, or that proper shot placement to do a ricochet, to do a trick shot. So, in the near future, maybe we'll do some trick shots. See if we can get like maybe a triple skip or something like that, and hopefully not coming right back at us. But if these had enough energy to penetrate and keep going, I think we can get it done. So, alright, hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe, share this video, share it with your friends. I want to give a big thanks again to James Helms and to Assface Jr. for making your suggestions. It really helped out. As you can see, it made a difference. I enjoy reading the comments. Leave a comment. I do read them, and for the most part, I do reply back, and I do follow some suggestions. Some suggestions are obviously going to be a little crazy, but hey, I might even do the crazy ones. So, like I said, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with friends. Keep shooting.
Sideways, con queso.